Hi, thanks for joining us in the Idea Lab. I'm Neely McQueen, and I'm hanging out right now with Bob Goff, which is kind of amazing.
Thank you. Hi, you guys.
We barely know each other, but I always call you Uncle Bob to everybody because I just
Nice.
feel like
Okay,
we're
that
family.
works.
So
That works.
let's just do that. You just talked a lot about this idea of welcoming people in. Can you tell us who first welcomed you in?
Oh, yeah. For those of you that have read in this book, there's a guy named Randy, right? And a guy that at a time I wasn't really attractive or knew what was going on or had a plan. He would just like welcome me. Like, you know that idea like when you just know you're safe with somebody? That's who we want to be for people. And wouldn't you say that like most of us are either a reflection of or a reaction to people that have been closest in our life? So for instance, people that have been really not that great at being welcoming, you might be this beautiful reaction to that to say, oh, everybody's in, like come a little closer, right? Or you might be a reflection of somebody, but be one of those, if you're a reaction to it, don't react with militancy, be this beautiful reaction, right? If you had a friend or an old girlfriend or an old boyfriend and it went wrong, be this beautiful reaction to that. Don't be like with militancy, like I'm the victim, be a reaction.
Yeah. Now, so I've read your book, and you tell a story about this idea of being a stalker. And I love this idea. This, like, it clicked for me, and I think it would click for students. Can you share a little bit about the idea of being a Jesus stalker?
Yeah, you guys, for those of you that have read the book, I'll just do the short version, but that idea of stalkers, they just get all this information about people they don't really know. Like they know like where they went, what they did. Wouldn't that be creepy if somebody knew that? I'd say like, oh, it's so good to see you. How's Jim? You'd be like, dude, you're not supposed to know because we don't hang out, right? But I was doing that with Jesus. I was like, I knew all these facts about him, but I didn't do anything with him, right? It wasn't like we were doing things. And that's that idea when we were talking about this son-in-law and building something, because we became friends. Like, so do stuff with Jesus. If you want to really become that friend that he described us as the bride of Christ, like do stuff. Otherwise it'd be this arranged marriage, right? Like you didn't meet each other and you're like, oh, so I'm with you, right? And it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be this kinship that develops, but the difference is that he's the Lord of the universe. And so you just like fall to his feet, just go like, I've got no business, but you say I'm in and you want to hang out with me, so I'm in and I want to hang out with you.
Okay, I have a question for you. What do you do with criticism? When people don't respond well to your love and they criticize you, what do you do with that?
Yeah, Sweet Maria says I don't handle criticism well. She says I'd be a lousy president. I don't get mad. I mean, I'm a lawyer, right? Lawyers are like in conflict for a living. This is 27 years of argument, but I don't like raise my voice to people. Because most of the time when people are mean to me or to you, don't you want to just beat them? So, man, I wouldn't let people meet me that are on the other side of something. I wouldn't let honey melt in their mouth. Like just that idea that we just aren't trying to engage everybody, but that idea of kind of seeing them for the hurts. I was at this beautiful event in Fort Collins, and it was really aimed towards the unchurched crowd. And there's probably 2,000 people there, and some guy that I could just tell, I could see it, you can see just a mile away. And they had this open mic. And after this beautiful time, he said, hey, I got a question for you. I want to know if you'd marry 2 gay people. And I'm like, of course not. I'm already married. But I could have thought of something to say to him that would have like kind of put him in his place or let him know that he was lame. But I'm just trying to turn into love. I'm not trying to figure out. I'm not trying to win all the time. Just go play thumb wars with somebody and there's just people that are always trying to win. And like, what if just sin doesn't have a grip on us anymore? We're not under the thumb of having to win. If we're right, we're right. Be humble. Or how about this? Work on righteous. How about that? So when somebody's kind of in my grill, and it doesn't happen very often. I mean, I wrote a book, it has balloons on it. But if somebody was kind of in my face, I would just try to think like, I'm not trying to win. Like, I just want to see them for where they are. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time having somebody wail on me. I'd just be like, it sounds like you've given a lot of thought to that. Here's the question. I think a lot of people ask, how's that working for you? I think it's a different question we ask. How's it working for everybody around you? Right? Because if it isn't working for people around you, it ain't working for you. I have this friend. He got TP'd. Have you guys TP'd somebody's house? Come on. Honest, attorney-client privilege, right? Statutes run. So for those watching, everybody, okay? And if you haven't, you need to. So this guy got toilet paper royal, and he's getting the TP off his like lawn and bushes and everything. And I guess this Heisman quarterback guy threw the TP over his pine tree, right? So he goes inside. I was wondering how he's gonna get it. He comes out with a box of matches, and he lights it. I'm thinking fuse, right? The tree catches on fire. The needles on the neighbor's garage catch on fire. The house burns down, right? It's like, it's not working for everybody around you. Well, so among the things I think of when somebody in conflict is probably not working for a lot of people around them, and I just don't, I'm probably just the next guy it's not working for. So why beat them up? Why be right? Just be humble. So what if you just said that, almost like that Jesus prayer, just Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Just say, just let me be humble. Let me be humble.
That's good. I saw on Twitter you said that you're working on a new book.
I am.
Can you tell us about it?
Oh, I'm having so much fun. For those of you who read the first one, I feel like we've already hung out. So the next one, like we can talk about stuff, right? That we couldn't have talked about the first time. Not to be angsty, but just like we should talk, right? We can have a conversation about that too. And I kind of, as I'm writing it, people will be going like, no, we're not talking about that. Like, yes, we are. How cool is that? So what I did, I saw in a magazine this picture of an old lobster boat in Maine, and I had one of those like Wayne's World, like, yes, you will be mine. So I bought it. I didn't tell Maria or anything. And I put it on a trailer in Maine, and I shipped it all the way through Arkansas and Texas and New Mexico, and arrived in San Diego, and I pulled up behind the house in it. I'm like, look what followed me home. Maria thinks she's married to an adolescent. She's like, I said, I'll feed it. So I've been sitting on this lobster boat and writing the next book. And when I want people to come over and visit, I put the flag out the back, right? And if I don't want them to come over, I put the flag in. And if they come over anyway, I do one of those Jesus moves, and I just anchor 30 feet off the shore. If you can walk on water, I want to see you. But yeah, I'm having so much fun writing it. It's really been a blast. And
can you give us a little sneak peek of like something that's going to be in there?
Oh, but some of these concepts we talked about turning into love. What I didn't get a chance to talk, because all the numbers turn red when you go overtime. It's like right before they get the hook out. But we graduate these first 24 witch doctors. 3 days ago was the first day of the next semester of this witch doctor school. 100 witch doctors showed up. And they're learning about Jesus, but we're not telling them what they want. Our job, love them. Let the Holy Spirit do his job. He doesn't need any help from me. Just the help he needs from me to do my job. Love people. He'll tell them what they want. So some of this we'll talk about those themes of like just help people. You want to help God? If somebody wants to do, how many of you are moms or dads? Like if somebody wants to do something swell for you, what do? Do it for your kids. Right? I got 2 of everything I don't want. Like, if somebody wants to do something swell, do it for my kid. I think the God of the universe feels the same way. Want to do something nice for me? Do it for my kids. You know who my kids are? The wonky ones, the witch doctors, the bad guys, like all the ones you go like, ooh, I don't want to get any on me. Get some on you. Right? What if we're the ones who go like, we're not afraid. Jesus has got it all. So we'll get some on us. But we'll do it knowing who God is, what he's about, and what he wants, and know who we are and what we want.
That's really, really good. I feel like we could just hang out for a long time, but we only have a minute more. So a final encouragement for the people here, sitting right here, like so close at your feet. What would be a final encouragement, the thought you want them to go to sleep with tonight?
Yeah, this idea, maybe it's just what came to mind when you said that, is to love people extravagantly. Right, just over the top. When I want to be like stingy with my love and just give a little bit, and then it always gets wasted. I don't know, but in this reverse economy that Jesus has, the more extravagant we are with our love, the least it's wasted. And wouldn't you agree? I don't get it, but we don't have to get it to give love that way. Just this idea of walk in love. When somebody asks me, well, like, how you doing? I always say to myself, instead of just saying terrific and all that, that's what I'll say out loud. But quietly, I'll say to myself, I'm trying to be perfect like my Father in heaven is perfect. Now, don't say that out loud. Everybody will think you're stuck up. They'll say, good luck with that. Keep working on it. But what if you do that, like a million little cues? It's good to see you. Trying to be perfect like my Father in perfect. Oh, don't be right. Be humble. Oh, here's another chance. Be humble. Be humble. Be humble. And then just love people extravagantly. And you're the ones that are doing it. I mean, that's why I came. Because I just really want you guys to rub off on me. Keep loving the people. When things got really chaotic, Jesus always got a kid right in the middle. All the people that you spend your time with, he did what you did. He went and got a kid. And he changed everything. So like, I don't know. Let's just, whatever they do, let's do that. And don't get in the way of it. So thanks, you guys. I'm super honored to be able to hang out with you. And you're just saying, I'm not blowing sunshine at you. You're just heroes of the faith. You're just loving kids. You're doing this stuff. You're not just agreeing with Jesus, but you're saying, let's make some moves. Not because he needs your help, but just you'll find out more about who you are. And as you're doing that, people are figuring out who they are in Christ. It'll change everything. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks for reminding us that we're loved and that we can love others. And thank you for being my uncle, even though you don't know it. And you guys, thanks for joining us in the Idea Lab.